living never wore one, so much as the effort not to live. The only way you can know where the line is if you cross it. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. But truly, if I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes. To subdue an enemy without fighting is the greatest of skills. One mistake does not have to rule a person's entire life. You must accept the truth from whatever source it comes. Remember, if you play small, you stay small. Too many doubts grow in the cracks of silence and separation. Hats have power. Hats can change you into someone else. We are all insects, groping towards something terrible or divine. The trick is to enjoy life. Don't wish away your days, waiting for better ones ahead. Stay calm. You've been through this before. You'll get through it again. Stop trying to create a new you around the same old people. In the end, you have to choose whether or not to trust someone. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. Your story is remarkable, even if you don't know it yet. Everything takes time. Bees have to move very fast to stay still. Birth is not the beginning. Death is not the end. Know thyself. Know thy enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. The moon does not simply disappear when we are not looking at it. Strange how the best moments of our lives we scarcely notice except in looking back. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger and more complex. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Dream big. Wake up. Take the first step into the unknown. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. If at first you don't succeed, remove all evidence you ever tried. A man who knows he is a fool is not a great fool. Don't ever take a fence down until you know why it was put up. We never live. We are always in the expectation of living. Don't look to the approval of others for your mental stability. Know what you want, work to get it, then value it once you have it. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. If people treat you like an option, leave them like a choice. Those who realize their folly are not true fools. Never curse a fall. The ground is where humility lives. There is nothing frightening in the dark if you just face it. Don't set your goals by what other people deem important. Whatever is going to happen will happen, whether we worry or not. Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue what you want. Remember to be kind with your words, especially to yourself. It's hard not to feel happy when you make someone smile. Life would be unbearably dull if we had answers to all our questions. If the road is easy, you're likely going the wrong way. You don't destroy what you want to acquire in the future. I encounter one example after another of how relative truth is. You have to notice the truth in order to be able to avoid it. I care for no man on earth, and no man on earth cares for me. Every man reaches his destination if he just keeps walking. Do no harm, and leave the world a better place than you found it. Bloom as if you want to make the whole world beautiful. If everything seems under control, you're not going fast enough. Shoot for the moon. Even if you fail, you'll land among the stars. Maybe everyone can live beyond what they're capable of. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Everything's a risk. Not doing anything is a risk. It's up to you. All the world is made of faith and trust and pixie dust. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. It takes more effort to avoid the truth than it does to face it. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks. If you're treated like a puppet, find a new ball of string. Everything that is done in this world is done by hope. Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. There's no clarity. There was never meant to be clarity. Cleverness isn't always true, nor is the truth always clever. In the desire to control others, we lose control over ourselves. The longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. Sometimes things become possible if we want them bad enough. In order to form an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must, above all, be a sheep. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you tried. Once you bid farewell to discipline, you say goodbye to success. Truth often sacrificed for the sake of stability and peace. I'm not going to die. I'm going home like a shooting star. If you listen to critics for too long, you will become deaf to success. When your intentions are pure, so too will be your success. When people try to bury you, remind yourself you are a seed. Better the comfort of a lie than the absurdity of the truth. I can chase you and I can catch you, but there is nothing I can do to make you mine. My fear was not of death itself, but a death without meaning. We can't avoid reasoning. We can only avoid doing it well. Create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. Stand in the divine rain, and seeds of wisdom will grow in your soul. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. It's not the men in your life that matters. It's the life in your men. Stay in the center, and you will be ready to move in any direction. You see me walking away. I see myself walking towards greatness. The enlightened ruler is heedful, and the good general full of caution. Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue your goals. If you remember me, then I don't care if everyone else forgets. Here, in this quiet place we own, worlds are born. Run the voodoo down. Things don't happen for no reason. They happen to teach you something. The essence of technology is by no means anything technological. The man who has forgotten self may be said to have entered heaven. Do not use life to give life to death. Do not use death to bring death to life. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. If you want to dine with perfection, you must toil with imperfection. Nothing makes a person happier than having a happy heart. Sand lines my soul, which is filled with the breath of the ocean. Politeness is the first thing people lose once they get the power. Sometimes life is too hard to be alone, and sometimes life is too good to be alone.